Hey, y'all. Hey there. My name is Amina, and this is Trusted Being Tarot. I am a brand new station to YouTube, and I just want to thank everybody for watching. All right, so I would like to introduce to you some of the decks that I will be using for these readings. Okay. Um, First off, I have been reading tarot for quite a while, probably since it's before I started yoga. Like this was like 2006, 5-ish. Yeah, I think even maybe 2004, I got my first deck, which was this Rider Waite deck. That light is giving a glare. So it's a traditional Rider Waite deck. Okay. My friend Pamela, she has a modern Rider Waite deck, which is so amazing because it has like all of the cards are like people of color, all different nationalities, sizes, you know, but this is just a traditional Rider Waite. The one that she has is called Modern Tarot. I really want to get that deck, so I will be looking for that. So this is traditional Rider Waite. This is what I started on, and I love the Rider Waite deck. And then there was a second deck that I bought. It was called Karma Tarot or Karma cards. They're in a whole nother room because I stopped using those a while ago. But this third deck, so I brought the Karma deck, and then the third one is the Sacred Tarot Oracle deck. This is by John Holland. And I got this deck because I love the artistry on it. You know, the pictures were like very vibrant and colorful. So this is Destiny card. It's based off of the traditional Rider Waite deck, but it also has a set of cards in here that are geared towards the chakras. So this is a solar plexus card, right? And so this deck comes with a book, so you can, learn the traditional meaning of these cards. Look at fertility. I love it. I love it. I love it. So this is another deck that I will be using. I don't normally go for this deck, so it's not my go-to deck per se, just because of the power. These cards always feel like heavy to me, like there's a lot to read in the cards, and they come with a lot of feeling. So I normally don't go for this deck first, but sometimes I use it as a clarifier. So I'll use this deck to clarify a reading that I'm doing with the traditional Rider Waite. And I know I usually only pick 1 to 3 cards from this deck as a clarifier. Like anything else is usually a little too much for me, too much information, too much incoming. And then I have this deck that I had one of my neighbors gift to me. She was leaving, she was moving, and she was like, "Hey, I want to give this tarot deck to you." And I was like, "Oh my God, how did you know?" I mean, we had talked a few times, so we never got that like close. And she gave me this deck called Healing with Angel Cards by Doreen Virtue. Like I see a lot of decks that readers are using by Doreen Virtue, especially like I think it's a soulmate deck. I really admire that deck. I want to get a hold of a deck like that for myself. But this is Healing with the Angels. I would use these cards for like yes or no answers, or just as a clarifier. I love these cards because they come with guidance. So it's like, here is even a card that is for divine guidance. The pictures are nice. The cards feel really good in my hands. I can shuffle, I can cut, and so when I'm feeling a little puzzled or confused, this is a deck that I'll go for. Usually going only up to like 3 cards to get some answers. Okay. Hear my birds over there? They're like fighting. Oh my God. Shh! Stop it! That's Nikki and Minaj. One day I'll bring them on camera so you can check them out. All right. So what's the next deck I want to show you? And then I went to what's it called? Not St. Louis. I went to New Orleans to visit my daughter a couple of years ago. She was down there at the Air Force Base, and I came down for the weekend to spend some time with her. She was there for like 2 months, I believe, and we went to New Orleans. Matter of fact, she wasn't in New Orleans at base. The base was in, I think, Mississippi, and then we went to New Orleans for the weekend. But we went to the house of Marie Laveau, and I saw this deck, the Tarot of the Orishas, and I was like, I have to have it. This is just so powerful. And this deck is by Zolrak, created by Zolrak and illustrated by Durkheim. This is an amazing deck. Out of all of my decks, this has to be like the most powerful and the most intricate. The pictures are pretty self-explanatory, but then it comes with other meaning to decipher. Okay, so thank God for the book, because it gives me a foundation to work from. However, when I am using this deck, I mostly go off of my own intuition or messages that I'm receiving from creator, guides, spirit, universe. Here is the couple card. Look at that. I mean, these are gorgeous people of color. I love their body and physique, how the creator of this deck has, carved them out to be beautiful and voluptuous. So it's pretty much a lot of the traditional Rider-Waite cards with other Orishas thrown in here. So there's a whole section for Orishas and like animals as well. So like the salamander card is in here, look at the devil. And this devil is like very different from the Rider-Waite devil. Okay, this is just one being. And this being is like male and female, with wings. So in the traditional devil card is like shackled, a man and a woman, right? So this is different, and energy is different. I don't know if you could feel that from me showing each card to you, but if you could sense the difference in the vibration and the energy from each deck, okay? This deck is by far like the most powerful deck that I have in my collection. And I don't have a lot of decks. Okay, so that's Tarot of Orishas by Durkheim and Zolrak. Okay, and so let's see. I actually think before I got the Tarot of the Orishas, I picked up Gods and Goddesses. So this is a deck of cards of mantras, blessings, and meditation. It comes with 52 cards. And I believe I picked this up at the Omega Spiritual Center up in Rhinebeck, New York. I have frequented that place probably 2 to 3 times a year. And, I finally got my first deck from there. And what drew me to this deck was the artistry of the pictures. They're just like so beautiful. Look at that. This is Siti Devi. Sita Devi, Queen of Chastity. I don't know about chastity, but look at that picture. So, and on the back of the cards, it gives you a mantra to use for this deity, a meditation, and the blessings. So, Sita Devi, the blessings, or I should say, the blessings that come along with this is fidelity and love, devotions to truth, penance and tolerance, power to improve upon oneself. So these are the energies that come along with this card. And let's see what else. I have not used this deck a lot. I'll be honest about that. I've worked with the cards probably a few times, pulled a card here and there, but I've never done a full reading with this deck. Here is Yamuna Devi. You hear that dog barking? It's so funny because hardly ever see stray dogs out here. So this diva is of goodness, the goodness of purification. Goodness of purification. Wow, and she's sitting on a fish. I didn't even notice that. Wow. So the blessings with this card are self-purification, joy of divine playfulness, absorption in spiritual truth, attachment to God's personal form. It comes with a mantra, and this mantra is in Sanskrit, and a meditation. So, awesome deck. I have not seen this deck from others. I've never seen anyone else using this deck. So if you have experience with using this deck, please, put something in the comments and let me know what you think about it. All right. And did I tell you who this deck is by? Let's see. Gods and Goddesses. Mandala Wisdom cards. So they don't have any person's name on here as an author, but Mandala Wisdom cards. Gods and Goddesses, 52 cards. Okay. This also came with a book. Oh, here it is. Yeah, so it actually just symbols of the gods and goddesses. Okay. So this is like a Hindu deck. Hinduism is famous for its multiplicity of gods. While it's true that there are thousands of unique deity forms, those unfamiliar with this religion may conclude that Hinduism is essentially polytheistic in nature. In truth, most Hindus believe in only one God or supreme being. So there you go. Who knew that, right? Because there's so many goddesses and gods and things like that, people would think it is a poly form of religion. Gods and goddesses, there it is. So throughout my time on this station, I will choose a certain deck to use or use multiple decks. Like I said, I do love the Rider-Waite, and some of these other ones I use as clarifiers. Okay. I also have used this deck of mudras. I am a yoga teacher by profession and trade. That is what I do. So mudras are very powerful for me. And this is a deck of mudras. I think it's like over 200 mudras in this deck. But yeah, and this can be very helpful for answers to how you can work to heal yourself or heal certain aspects of yourself. So whatever comes out through the reading, I can use this Mudra deck to offer you some tools to use for healing, for self-healing. Okay, so this is what this is all about. These readings, these cards, these are just tools that we use to get signs and messages so we can learn how to work with our own energy and navigate this reality, right? Because it's not easy. Being here on this earth in a physical form is not always easy. There's always seems to be some kind of challenge. And I'm for all the help I can get. Even when I feel rock solid, I still need my resources and I still need my toolbox. These are some of the tools that are in my toolbox. Okay, so that's the Mudra and Yoga deck. It's actually 72 hand gestures for healing and spiritual growth by Kane Carroll with Revital Carroll. Okay, so this is an awesome deck to use. I also got this deck at the Omega Institute in New York. What? Last deck I have purchased, my latest and my newest, latest and greatest, is the Kuan Yin Oracle deck. Kuan Yin Oracle deck by Elena Fairchild. I was drawn to this deck at this at the metaphysical store in PA in Philadelphia on South Street, just because of the beautiful artwork that these cards have. Beautiful artwork. See if I can turn it in a way that you can see it. Look at that beautiful Kuan Yin. So I didn't really have any knowledge of Kuan Yin, but from what I've been reading, this is neither male nor female or both. Okay, so all of the cards depict a certain pose and posture of the Kuan Yin goddess or god. And it's just the art alone that I love. So on the back of the card, it gives you your blessing or reading. Okay, so this particular Kuan Yin says, blessings of the moon maiden. This moon maiden with her lucky hair brings auspicious tidings of prosperity and abundance to you now. The universe seeks to replenish, restore, and create through you. Allow yourself to receive beyond what you have thought is possible by opening your heart with gratitude now. Let the blessings of good fortune from the beloved maiden of the moon, Kuan Yin, float easily into your life now. Okay, so I have used this deck for like daily inspiration. I've used this deck as a clarifier to readings as well. So, there you have it. There's my short, non-fancy introduction to all of my decks that I will be using while I'm on this channel. I do personal readings, so you can reach me at the information that is in the bio or through Instagram. You can reach me through Facebook. All the information is here on this YouTube channel. So please feel free to reach out. I do private readings, and I'm interested in creating a wonderful community here. So thank you for watching my video, and I hope to see you next time. Bye.